So, hey Capricorn, my name is Chris, and this is your beautiful reading for whenever you find it. It's not necessarily time specific, it's definitively 2026, that's for sure. It's not even sign specific in the sense you can always use this for sun, moon, and rising signs. So check out all of your sun, moon, and rising signs to get the full picture. And I'm not doing the Celtic cross, I'm just doing 3 cards. My videos are usually longer. 6 of Cups here, then we got the 6 of Pentacles, beautiful combination. This is just a 3-card reading, so if you check out the longer videos, there's a longer video for your sign, sun, moon, rising, whatever. There's a spring reading and there is the 2026 reading. Check this out. It gets even better. The 9 of Pentacles, the 6 of, and there's the Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck, that's going to be the 6 of Cups and the 8 of Wands here. Fast energy, not very informative, but let's just do this wonderful combination, right? We got the 6 of Cups, remembering joy. The universe is trying to give you something back, right? Receiving and giving in a balance. There's you doing what you love, just having a happy life, maybe taking a little step down. And taking a little step down and coming back to this right now, in a moment. There's the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is pretty much inner mastership of your own emotions. So nobody can play you. You respect yourself. You love yourself. And there's a practice that you can do that I totally recommend, right? There's a reading here on the table that is all about happiness, joy, but it's also about not going for external recognition. That's the Queen of Cups. It's not the King of Cups. So you don't have to broadcast everything you feel. You don't have to, convince anybody out there. You just have to be in harmony with yourself and protect your inner peace. The universe is trying to give you something back, is trying to hand you this cup here of joy, of remembering joy, literally. Many blessings awaiting you. There's the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles and 6 of Cups is a very, very beautiful, wonderful combination. There underneath there is the High Priestess. So it's much more about you being enough for yourself, you being a friend to yourself. And when I said taking a step down, this is pretty much the happy King of Pentacles. Hear me out on this, right? The King of Pentacles is wearing an armor. The King of Pentacles is sitting on a throne. The King of Pentacles has all the big bucks, right? Wealth, abundance, and prosperity, and we all kind of want that, right? But he's wearing an armor because he's fighting for it, right? There's war involved, there's hardship involved, right? He's wearing a crown, he's sitting on a throne. This guy is not wearing a crown, he's not sitting on a throne, he's just sitting on a wooden bench, right? He's well dressed, he has a funny hat, yeah? But he's doing what he loves to do. He's in front of his little talents, right? These 9 cups represent kind of his talents that his emotions are connected to. So there is joy and happiness, and this joy and happiness is paying off. Why? Because he's not following, he's not trying to be the King of Pentacles, he's not trying to go after the big bucks, he's not trying to go after external recognition. He might not even be recognized that much, but he's doing what he loves, right? And in that sense, would taking a step back be a good advice for you, We are usually trained to run in this rat race, right? We try to, get another degree, get another education, get another this and that, right? Work harder, try harder, But this system, if you haven't checked it, if you haven't realized it by now, maybe it's time to wake up to the fact that this system that we're living in, this economy that we're living in, is not designed for you to make it. It is designed to for you to die trying to make it and exploit you in the process. So maybe stopping the rat race, maybe stopping this approach to become the King of Pentacles. This is the happy King of Pentacles for me, right? That is not a king. You don't need to be a king. You just have to be doing what you love and F the rest, right? And maybe you're not getting the big bucks, but maybe you get yourself back. Maybe you get integrity, inner peace, resting within yourself, being yourself a friend, loving yourself, and totally coming back into resonance with the core of your being. Not trying to make it, trying to be happy in the here and now, do what you love. That might be much more promising. Certainly it's going to be much happier, much more joyful. And surprise, surprise, the universe is not letting you down. Maybe that's a lesson that we have to learn, right? Not to try to be the king of the hill, right? There's a lot of talks about kings these days, right? Well, most of these people are tyrants nowadays, right? Maybe that has been different in other times, but I don't think being a king is very desirable. So you have been probably hanging in this rat race for quite a while. There's the Hanged Man, but you're getting something out of it and you're getting yourself out of it. You're rediscovering your self-worth, rediscovering joy and happiness. This 9 of Cups guy is clarified by the Ace of Cups. 9 plus 1, that makes 10, my friend. And completion, right? Aim a little lower and be much more happy. And be surprised that you might get so much more out of it. There's the Ace of Pentacles as well. Just by being happy, doing what you love, not allowing anybody to push you, right? It's constantly... There's the Sun card at the bottom of the clarifier deck. What a beautiful combination. 6 of Cups, Sun card. So, we all need to pay our bills. We all need to, take care of our lives, right? And we have financial obligations, things like that, right? So cover that, be smart about that. If you want a degree, if you want something, then by all means go after it, right? You shouldn't stop trying to improve yourself. That's not what I'm telling you. But try not to... The question is, why are you doing it? Are you doing it primarily for yourself? Or are you trying to redeem yourself in some sort? This is always connected to, this idea of not being good enough. And if you just be yourself a friend and realize, oh, I am good enough. I got enough, right? Talents, capabilities, use that and use that joyful. And there's the Ace of Cups, there's the Ace of Pentacles as well. So have confidence. 9 of Cups is someone who is very confident, resting within himself. But this confidence is not coming from external validation. Not because you're sitting on a throne, not because you're the big alpha on a throne with armor and the sword and things like that. No, this is much more... That's a very happy camper. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. Whatever happened in the past, there's the Hanged Man as the clarifier for the 6 of Pentacles. So maybe there was a time when you were doing the rat race, when you were trying to get external validation that always makes you receptible for manipulation, right? There are always narcissistic, toxic people who can play you, right? If you're trying to get external validation, if you're saying, oh, I did, 12-hour work days or 16-hour work days. Please validate me. Please, maybe if they just see how hard I work, they're not. They're just a-holes in this world. They're just very toxic people who just take whatever they can get from you, not even realizing that you're giving it to them. right? And constantly complaining that you should give more. You will never ever satisfy these people. So don't even try. And the system is basically tuned for these people. The system, the economics, is tuned for narcissistic abuse. The system is pretty much protecting and validating and, supporting narcissists and narcissistic abuse. So do not participate in that. You deserve better, you know? In 10 years, probably all the pension force, or maybe in 5 years, maybe next year. It's just a matter of time at this. I mean, the kleptocracy economics that we're having right now is not going to stop for pension force, right? So you're working harder, always harder working? No. You die, you kill yourself trying to gain something that is not meant for you, systemically not meant for you to gain. So just take a step back and make sure that you take care of yourself. You need to pay your bills, you need to participate to some extent. But just, don't try to impress anybody in a system that is tuned for exploiting you. You can forgive someone yet not want anything to do with them. Forgiveness is for past reconciliation and does not have to be for future consideration. So in other words, just whoever exploited you, whoever tried to make you believe that you're not good enough, that you can't just be happy and yourself, don't go for revenge, don't try to explain them, don't even engage, don't personalize, don't explain, don't engage. Don't defend, don't try to educate. They don't want to learn anything, they just want to be who they are. So don't play the narcissistic game anymore. Play your own game, and your own play should involve happiness and joy and contentment in as an everyday experience. What if you started loving yourself the way you wanted them to love you? That goes above the Queen of Cups here. This is another quote, very important. Someone needs to hear this. God forces no one, for love cannot compel, and God's service therefore is a thing of perfect freedom. Hans Denk. So whoever's trying to force you into anything, who's ever trying to manipulate you through guilt, fear, shame, no more. Just don't do this. And if you might have to do a job that is not at your qualification level, maybe it's a good thing to just do that if it pays the bills, and then be free to be yourself the rest of the time. This is for someone out there. That's a good one. Let's just take that. If you give a hammer to an idiot, he treats every problem as a nail. So don't be one of these people. Don't participate in their toxic system. You deserve happiness. You deserve a joyful, good life, even if it's a simple life, even if it's not having, the great car or the great house or this, that, Just everyday happiness is so much more important. If you kill yourself trying to make it, you might get $1 million at the end, right? But then you're old and you spend all that money for health bills, medical bills. You might have a huge pension then, but all you do is, you waged war against yourself for so many time. So try to keep that in a balance. You have to participate to some sort, but don't kill yourself trying. You deserve so much better. And there is this message here that this is coming to you. There's a sun card, remembering joy, taking it a step back, nothing to prove, attitude. out of sheer self-love and self-respect, taking a step back, doing what you love, even if it's not recognized, even if it's not understood, even if it's not, giving you the big bucks. Let's just see what Angel's song is all about. Lost and found, and I love this because it's so beautiful. You have followed the script perfectly. Is this resonating with you? Share, like, subscribe, leave a comment, right? If it does, it would really, interest me if it's resonating with someone out there, because I think a lot of people have experienced that. So you might have followed the script perfectly, taken all the necessary steps and done all the right things. You have put a lot of effort into getting where you are, but as you approach the final stretch, your original desire no longer seems to matter. You feel as though you have lost your way. It is no longer feeling right. Yet know that nothing you have done is a mistake. All is worthwhile, and it will eventually serve a higher purpose. You will rediscover the right path for you, and it will lead you to a golden future. Let it all go for a while. The right path will become obvious in time, not through rational thought and analysis, but through a feeling in your heart. For a long time you have guided by what you thought you should do. Now it is time to be guided by your heart. Love will guide you to that which you love. I mean, it couldn't be any more fitting to the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Listen to your heart. If you apply for a job, then not just look at the stats, not just look at the statistics, how much does it pay, how are the working hours and whatnot, right? Look at the people you're working with. Do I want to spend time here? If you have a workplace, you're spending significant time of your life there. Do you want to be surrounded by these people? What is the atmosphere in the setting, in the room, right? Does that feel right? Does it smell good? Is there the frequency? Trust that. Trust that. And then say no. Or then, shrug your shoulders and just say, oh, it's not for me, or whatever. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to explain, or, don't personalize. Don't excuse yourself. Just trust your gut feelings and have confidence, right? Speak your truth, even if your voice is shaking, right? And then just go for happiness this time. And the King of Pentacles is not here, but as I said, whenever the Nine of Cups shows up, for me, and we're coming from Pluto in Aquarius, I said this, from 2008 onwards till I think 2024, 2025, we had Pluto in Aquarius, which was very much exactly what this card talked about, head, right? Going with the head through the wall, just doubling down, more efforts, harder work, overtime, things like that, right? This is not going to lead anywhere but to self-exploitation and burnout. So you deserve better. Time for beginner's mind. Number 48, that's the Animal Spirit Oracle deck, number 48. Porcupine Spirit. When Porcupine Spirit calls your name, you are being asked to adopt a beginner's mind and to approach situations with innocence and curiosity. The old confining stories are no longer having a hold on you. Life is full of surprises, building in plain sight. Looking at the world afresh with new eyes can help you find what you have been seeking. Whether it is a relationship, an opportunity, or evidence that you have all you need right now to co-create what you desire. Who knew? Porcupine asks you to be playful and have a childlike curiosity. There's much waiting for you that you have not yet discovered. So don't limit yourself by this belief how you should be, what you should do, right? How it should be in the outer form. It is much more important that you do what you love, that you do what feels right with people you like to be together. You know, if you take a job because it pays well and Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon you think, oh God, I have to go there tomorrow, then that's not the right job, right? And this is what I mean, taking a step down, not going for what looks good on paper, but going for that what is actually feeling good on a day-to-day basis. And that's all I got. And if it resonates with you, let me know down in the comments. Share, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it. And check out the spring readings, check out the yearly reading, and hopefully see you next time. Now, my friend. Ciao.